It is glorious!
Who's next podcast?
You were born, you went to E3. Go.
Who's next podcast?
It's just, I'm a fucking adult. I'm gonna watch this fucking cartoon, alright?
Who's next podcast?
Swear to God, there's a golf game where you fuck people up. I swear to God. At least that's what I think.
I like the breeze under the table. It's nice and
You
cool.
feeling
under
that
here.
too?
It's really cool under here.
Where's that coming from?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I need to get that under my table. Like, how do you install this table breeze?
I installed it. Yeah, that'll be good.
It's great on the nuts.
All right. Well, we're already recording a new episode of Who's Next podcast. Got with me Tim,
Hey.
and we got a new guest with us, Patrick,
Hello.
and of course me, Seth. We just got done filming our next episode of Gamer Needs Food Badly. The first one's up on the YouTube channel. It's also on the main webpage. You can go check that out now, where we did Final Fantasy 15. We all did our own version of noodles, although it is basically called ramen noodles. It was supposed to be cup of noodles, so that's what it's labeled on the website. Go ahead and check it out. The next one's Mario's Underwater Jambalaya. That did not sit too well with many of us, but you can check it out and see what that's about when it comes out. Probably when you're hearing this, it'll probably be close to a month from now. I mean, depending on how long it takes them to do the video editing and everything like that.
Everything has happened, will happen, it is happening, so
Sure.
it's all okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so with Patrick, I'm going to have him introduce himself, tell us a little bit, and we're going to get into some E3 talk. He went to E3, saw a lot of great pictures he took,
And that is the only reason he is here.
yeah, because we don't care about him else. Yeah, that's right. So, all right, go ahead, talk about yourself. Although none of us really care, but
I don't care. But let's just skip to the E3.
Let's go.
Just you were born, you went to E3. Go.
My name's Patrick, and I visited E3. It was great.
It was the greatest moment of my life.
It's like when I look back on my life. It's I met Jerry Rice. I went to E3. And then I see my kids being born.
I was gonna say,
and then I got married.
I was gonna say this.
highlights.
I was about to say this is a married man with children.
This is the highlights. Yeah, these are the highlights. So that's Patrick.
In that order.
There you go.
In
In
that
that
order.
order.
Yes.
There we go. So,
Upstanding gentleman we've got here.
sure, maybe. Are you?
Most of the time.
He just demonstrated that he is not.
You have failed this city.
Yeah. So,
Is that Green Arrow?
yeah. Just
I saw like 2 seasons. Of that.
Hey, the new season I'm okay with. It started off rough, but it ended pretty strong. So
It ended
I'm-
better than the last two.
Yeah, like I'm actually on board for the next season of Arrow, so I'm down for it. And Flash was good too. But this is not a comics podcast; it's a games podcast. So E3,
Yes.
tell us about just going there, walking in. Just kind of start about like what was your kind of experience like, and we'll probably ask you questions throughout.
All right. First of all, the LA traffic is horrible. I wasn't expecting to 27-mile drive. Took about an hour and a half. Parking was a pain in the ass. But once I got in, first I was outside and I'm trying to go. I'm like, hey, where you pick your badge up? And the guy's like, go over there. The lines are shorter. But when you walk in, it was just, I was overwhelmed at first. I was in awe of what I was
What
doing.
am I, a fucking retard, man? Am I a fucking retard? Oh!
So I walk in and it's just like everything's so big and there's so many people and I'm like, okay, Nintendo booth. So I went straight there.
Just look for anything familiar to grasp
Right.
onto.
I mean,
It's
when
like
you-
I recognize. Okay, they'll love me over there.
It is glorious!
So when I first walked in, I went into the South Hall, I believe is the smaller hall. And when you first walk in, you have the big IGN booth, but it's the back side of it, so you really couldn't see anything. And then right next to that was like a small developer, Xseed, was theirs.
I've heard of them. I don't know what they're. What
I
their
played a
works
really
are.
interesting game they had we could talk about later. But then you see right next to each other, big Nintendo booth, big Sony booth. So I'm a Nintendo
Oh,
fan,
really?
so yeah. Very big, right next to each other. So I went to the Nintendo one. Really nice setup. It was all boxed in. All of them were boxed in like that. The big ones.
Yeah,
And,
like the major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo had a basically new Donk
Good
City
job.
from the Mario Odyssey, like the landscape from it in there.
Okay.
Oh,
They
so,
had
so
a-
you were in there. Was somebody throwing their hat at you while you were trying to play?
No,
games?
but if you
and
play
then were they
Mario,
playing games through you? Is that
that's how they got more people to play at once. They put the hat on you. Somebody possessed you, so they see
yeah? So yeah,
You both
exactly.
were like ready to play.
Not two birds at one stone. That's
Yeah.
pretty smart, Nintendo.
It
Good
is.
job.
Good job, Nintendo.
Good job. I heard Bethesda had a pretty big setup too. I think was it Bethesda? They had like a Wolfenstein thing going on.
The back corner. Now I only went by there once because it was ridiculously long lines. And the first time I seen it, I swear to God, it was Papa Joe's Cafe, but I didn't see the trailer.
Okay.
So I swore in the back Papa John's had some kind of booth set up where you can get food. And I was like, man, I'm gonna check out that pizza tomorrow. I walked back and I
overpriced
looked and
pizza.
I was like,
Not Papa John's.
I thought there's gonna be some pizza in here. But no, it was a whole back corner. It was a really nice setup, and it was like going into a cafe. But the lines, like you could barely see in there. The lines
man.
were. I know at one point there's like, oh, it's 6.5 hour wait.
Have you been to the WizardCons down here?
Yeah.
Okay, so are they comparable at all?
I mean, the way the WizardCon is set up down here is
Maybe
everybody's
not
got
the
their
layout,
logo.
but like just a bunch of booths that you go to, or no, like everybody has huge setups.
Everybody has big booths. They do have a lot of smaller booths now. Some you could tell where the cheaper booths are because then you'll see a bunch of little booths, and they all have like a lot of people had the VR gears, the Samsung Gear VRs.
yeah,
A
okay.
bunch of games running on that, and
Really? Shooting
you can just tell the
spiders.
size difference.
Well, that
in
was
the booths.
PlayStation's VR. I played that Flashpoint. Y'all had the different Best Buys had the PlayStation reps come in, so I tried the VR there at the one of them, well, the Best Buy where it's at. So
The Best Buy near me.
yeah. So, anyways, all right. So they had some VR setups with Samsung. Makes sense. I know. Did it
Was-
feel
was
like
that-
VR was a big presence there?
They
'Cause
did
it
have a
seemed-
lot of VR stuff, but it was like the major ones, like Sony had. They did have their VR setup, but the VR setup was a lot smaller than where they showed like Battlefront and
Okay.
Battlefront 2, stuff like that. Like their VR setup was small all the way to the back. I want to say Sony had like 5 of them to showcase 5 games, and then
Okay.
they had they did have a big setup for Gran Turismo 2 or Sport, whatever they're calling this
Okay.
one.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
no
yeah.
idea.
2's really old. I couldn't get my license on that game. So yeah, it was just, I'd say the first 3 hours I was there, it was more like overwhelmed, didn't know what to do,
Gotcha.
didn't have everything figured out. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna walk around and try and see everything.
Yeah.
So I walk around, checked out all the different booths, just seeing. You'll see a lot of stuff you never heard of before, like a lot of small game developers.
Yeah,
They had like a little back alley where people in like little tents. It looks like they just basically
Yeah.
like comparable to a VIP section at a strip club. It's like, hey, come in here, see our game.
I imagine just like, the giants of the gaming industry are just like, yes, you can have that corner.
Right.
That's pretty much just like, yeah, I guess. Just don't get in my way. I'm like, oh, thank you, sir, thank you. Okay. No, we're going to be over here.
I can imagine like beforehand they'll come in and just lay big colored carpets and it's like, okay, anything off the colored carpet you can have.
Yeah.
you can set up on anything that's not colored, you can have it. Right.
I have to imagine that.
And then some setups were better than others. Like, so PlayStation, I did not get to play any PlayStation games in the PlayStation booth because they had people with big flags on their back that said, and then on the flag it's like, how do I get in line? So you go ask them and they're like, oh, you got to download the PlayStation Experience app.
Wonderful.
Fuck that.
So you
shit.
download the app and they're like, oh, it's
Douchebags.
It's first come, first serve. So I checked this thing at midnight after the first night just to see how many spaces because they're like, oh, it opens up an hour before and you claim your spots. So each game, they had 67 spots for like 45-minute intervals.
Okay.
So you do that and you go throughout the day. It's not a lot of people's going to get a chance to play it. And I'm talking about as soon as it went live, I'm sitting there. And first of all, I'm in traffic driving there again. And I'm trying to get a spot and it's just loading, loading,
man.
then full. And then the evening, they're like, oh, the evening spots, we don't reserve those until 2 o'clock. Well, they went down from 67 to like 15 spots. So you reserved a bunch of them. You didn't give them all away, but you did a bunch. So it was...
Yeah.
That sucks. What were some? Do you even know what some of the games were?
But yeah, I walked through there. They had you could play Detroit, Becoming Human.
Okay, I don't know. What that is.
Detroit Becoming Human looked pretty interesting. It looks like you're gonna be the robots and you're fighting against the humans and you're playing as the robots, right?
Right. Well, I don't think you're fighting against them. It's more like you ever played Heavy Rain?
Well, they made this thing. Yes. Okay. I heard it was compared to
Heavy
that.
Rain.
Yeah. I heard,
Jason.
but I mean, they had the stuff I saw.
Follow the balloon.
Jason.
What am I, a fucking retard, man? Am I a fucking retard?
What I heard on that was I saw the press conference for Sony, and from what I gathered from it, it was like they were showing like these AI, these robots are like they're enslaved by the humans, and they're like wanting to be free or something like that.
Right.
That was the kind of vibe I got, and I didn't see gameplay. I just from the trailers and stuff, it made me feel like, oh, you're gonna be playing as the AI,
gonna be, like, breaking free.
Yeah, breaking free from the humans' hold or something like that. That's what I assumed. As some kind of introspective way of seeing things from this different angle, from the robots, So
It's all about, it's just like Heavy Rain where it's all about the choices you make will make the difference in the game. So I'm sure there's a way you can make it through peacefully where you're not killing humans and everything's resolved.
Oh, I'm gonna kill some humans.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you can go through and just cause some shit. Because I know their first trailer they had, when they first showed the game, is like one of the androids had like a little girl on a ledge, and basically you had to try and talk the android down, and like either he could jump and pull the little girl with him, or you can save them both, or you'll save the little girl and he'll just jump off.
I'm gonna say the little girl.
So
He can
it's
jump
and they said that was one of the parts you could play in the game, and then
Okay.
there's supposed to be 3 different playable characters, and it's everybody's gonna have their own little different part of the story. So that seemed interesting.
Yeah, it does.
Battlefront 2, they had a big setup for that.
Okay.
I watched some
never
people play
played
it.
Battlefront.
Yeah, that's the Star
That's
Wars.
the Star
game.
Wars
Right.
one. Yeah.
I saw EA's conference where they were showing that off and everything, and it looked good. But like, I like to watch the Star Wars movies, but I'm not the hugest Star Wars fan on it. But it's just I'll catch the movies as far as I
I'm
go.
not allowed to have Star Wars in the house
Why?
because my wife
She hates.
hates Star Wars.
Is she a Trekkie? Is it like the
No.
the verse thing?
Here's the thing. She hates
That's a
Star
good
Wars
question.
because she says like people who like Star Wars are like super mega fans, and so she doesn't like the culture. And I was like, no, you're thinking of Star Trek. And I was like, Star Trek has the crazy fans,
Yeah.
the weird people who Trekkies and whatnot.
It's arguable who has the crazy fans. 'Cause I think Star Wars kind of has their slew of crazies too.
Everyone has their slew of crazies.
True.
I mean, I love Star Wars, but I don't have a lightsaber tattooed on my neck.
I feel like Star Wars.
You got Mario's mustache tattooed on you.
Yeah. I feel like
That
Star
was supposed
Wars
to stay between us.
has a more just approachable demographic. People who like Star Wars are not like crazy lunatic fanatics. I mean, they're out there, but they it's like it's at least kind of reserved in some way. Whereas
Yeah.
sometimes
My wife's like that with anime.
Oh, I didn't even realize she was like into anime.
All right.
I can't.
Not to get too much into personal, but she has a family member who is down the rabbit hole with anime, and
So
it
she's
just
against
gave
the
her.
anime.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought you meant she was a big fan.
I thought
like how your wife's
Yeah.
against like if I was to sit down and watch an anime, my wife would be like, "What
Turn
are you
this shit off.
watching?"
Oh, my wife
why
does
are
that.
you watching
Like I was
that?
trying to watch Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
and my wife's just he's like, "What is this shit?" And I was like, it's just I'm a fucking adult, and I want to watch.
Don't make a fuck out of me.
Exactly. I'm gonna watch this fucking cartoon. All right, like Jesus Christ.
My wife does the same thing to me, but I'm trying to watch football. It's like, why are you watching?
See, but you kind of have like a buffer of like I'm a dude. Like anime, you can't watch anime. You can't.
Dudes watch football.
What?
Do dudes watch anime?
What what crowd source do I have to fall back on and be like, this is totally normal? No, because it's not.
All right. Well, I don't remember where we were, but let's
we
get
were walking
back.
We're walking through Sony's booth.
We were talking about Battlefront,
Yes,
Star Wars,
that's what it
and the
was.
fact that my
They
wife hates
had Star Wars Battlefront. They had Call of Duty. They had Knack 2, which I actually heard is pretty good.
What is that? I never heard of.
Knack was a launch game for PS4, and it's supposed to be we
yeah.
made it for kids, and the guy
Yeah.
looks like a bunch of little balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Apparently the game was bad. Second one's supposed to be better.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
I never touched it.
It was like an average game.
Yeah.
I never played it though.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to buy it for my kids. I was like, that's something they won't like.
This is not worth it.
They had Everybody's Golf, which is their what was their other golf series? They basically remade
I think
it.
I heard something about that. Is that supposed to be like a what was that golf game where you play golf, but then you can like have fights or something like that, or something?
There's any
that-
fights.
There's a golf game where you
It's
can
like-
have
it's like
fun.
Mario-
There is one where you play as people who are like criminals and stuff, but not
Golf?
Not that anybody's golf. Wait, hold on. Let me. Not that anybody's golf does that, but I thought I heard that it was supposed to be something more than just professional people hitting a golf ball. I thought it was supposed to be.
It's like they look like Mii's from the Wii and the Wii U, like the
Never
characters.
mind. It's something different.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Does anybody know about the game with the golf where you can like
No.
fight people and
It
stuff?
doesn't-
Because
It doesn't exist.
there is a game that exists,
I'ma
and
Google
I
that
will
shit.
Google
I'm gonna Google.
golf game where you fuck people up.
All
and
right. I'm Googling.
Don't make a fuck out of me.
all right.
If
So
not,
anybody's
this
golf.
could be a good idea for an online multiplayer game
Hey,
where
everybody.
you're playing golf.
All these sports games came out saying they're doing storylines now. Like football's doing a storyline.
did
Not where
see
you can
that.
beat
I
people
did
up,
see that.
but you're doing a storyline
Well,
now.
clearly
There's like a
they're-
narrative.
They are lacking.
Basketball's doing the same thing too. I think the NBA games got something. So anybody's golf is just like it's a Nintendo thing. Or I thought it was in a
No,
Sony.
it's Sony.
Okay.
It's everybody's
Right.
golf.
There, see, I'm searching golf game where you fuck people up.
I'll find it. I will find it. Put in.
I got Lewis Black, Gambler's Lyrics.
No, that's
It's
a comedian.
unbelievable.
No.
Did that Bill Lambeard's Combat Golf?
Put like criminal golf game, like criminals. It was something like that. I swear to God.
Do you get to play as actual criminals? Like,
Yes, I want to say it was. And then like you mess up the golf shots and you could like break the stick and you like get mad and have fights and stuff like that.
I tell you, when you come over
It
and play
was
golf,
a-
I'm Ted Bundy. I'm Ted Bundy.
It wasn't that far off.
Better not play as a black man.
All right, so anybody's golf. Let's get through that one. What's the I swear to God,
Let's move
there's a
on.
golf game where you can fuck people up. I swear to God.
Criminal golf games. Nope. Doesn't exist.
Damn
Some
it.
of the reviews of golf games would be criminal.
I will find
Fury, as
find it.
convicted criminals film themselves playing.
That's awesome. All right, so
I think you dreamt this.
no.
Yeah,
I
this
didn't.
isn't
I will
real.
find it.
Was
I will
O.J.
find
Simpson
it.
an unlockable character?
I will find it. I just need to get no. It wasn't. It was like played up comically though. Like it was all funny. I know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna find it because you played it, and I know you did. It was a demo. It was for an older system.
I don't know
I
about
know for sure.
Okay, there's something called Outlaw Golf.
There you go. That might be it.
I'm trying to get like a. Game
And if you hear that, that's actually my mother digging through the pantry while we're recording.
single player,
It
and
doesn't-
multiplayer.
I can hear you. I can hear you in the headset.
1
so
to
it's
4 players.
1 to 4
control
players.
Several characters, each with their own unique caddy.
fine. Yep.
Series is noted for its crude humor,
Yep.
particularly in regard to the characters, most of whom fall under an exaggerated archetype. These include a stripper, a hippie,
Yes.
a biker,
That's
and
it.
more.
Can you get in fights in it? I'm pretty sure you can get in
I'm trying
fights
to
in it.
see.
So is being a stripper criminal?
Yes, the player.
Well, it
it
depends.
says you can beat or humiliate your caddy. Some
Boom!
way,
See? Told
which,
you.
which raises your composure meter back
There
up.
you go. I told you.
When did this game
Outlaw
release and
golf.
for what system?
Listen,
How old is this?
Oh wait, I just
It's
saw
an older game. I think it's like PlayStation 2 era. I think it's around there.
Steve Carell provided the commentator track for this game.
I told you it existed.
Is this pre-Office days?
This is 2002 for Xbox and GameCube.
This episode's going to be called I'm Not Fucking Crazy. That's what it's going to be.
Apparently, you beat up your caddy though. You don't beat up like.
Okay, well, I knew you got in fights, so you beat up your caddy and you feel better about yourself. That's probably what it is.
Okay, so now that we've cleared that up,
Did you
what
say
else
it was
happened at E3?
Was it for the PlayStation 2 era or
It was for Xbox and GameCube.
Okay, there you go.
And
All right.
I own a lot of GameCube games, but that wasn't one of them.
That was not
Okay,
one.
but it existed. I remember playing a demo
I
of
don't
it.
remember that.
We can get past this. Please continue.
So then I doubled back to the Nintendo booth and decided I was going to play Mario Odyssey. I waited in the main line, and the line was just all jumbled together. They didn't have anything like blocking off the lines, which they fixed.
It was just like a mob.
It was a mob. The second day they fixed it.
That shit makes me mad. Like,
It's
you
like-
gotta organize that shit.
When you came back after overnight, you come back and it's all organized and the lines are all there,
Yeah.
and you're like, where was this shit
Where was
yesterday?
this yesterday? Well, yeah,
So-
I think they were just expecting everyone to bring their hats. And you
Hold
would
on a
just-
second.
You would just trade off.
Kevin,
We need Kevin
Eric,
No, they're-
or
they're-
Eric.
they're-
y'all loud as hell, son. I can hear you in the microphone. Thank you.
The voices
Go ahead.
really carry in the house.
They do. The voices do carry. I hear them in the setup. Anyways, go
They
ahead.
carry like the breeze under the table.
The breeze. Yep,
The
that's
breeze
where
on
it
the
is.
table is very good.
Their vocals are in the breeze under the table, and they creep up into the microphones. So continue.
So I
So you
waited
double
the-
back to the Nintendo booth.
I waited in the jumble line for about 20 minutes, and I'm like, this line, I'll never play.
Yeah.
So then I went to the side, and they had where you could actually the middle lines you could play on a TV screen. The side lines they had like a basically like a table set up like this with some lawn chairs, and you waited in line, and you could just play on a handheld switch. So
Yeah.
I seen that line, waited in that line for about 2 hours. Got to play Mario, 10-minute demo.
Okay.
It was exciting. Had fun with it.
Nice. Which we talked about a little bit on Gamer Needs Food Badly. Sat down, had a conversation about the Mario game. So you can
Yes.
go there and listen to more.
In
right?
like a month from now.
Okay, you can talk
let's
about
keep
it
the
now.
time frame going.
Yeah, a month from now you can learn about Mario from us. All right.
So the first thing I did in Mario was I ran and I jumped around a little because I like getting the feel for Mario. Probably has like the best jumping physics of any game, like this, just the
Yeah.
feel of it. So I was making sure it felt the same, and it did. Playing some of the games with the Switch when you don't have the Joy-Cons connected, I can't run straight. I don't know if just not holding the controller straight because you can relax. So you know, I kept
connect
running.
it
when
like
you-
it's a handheld, or
It
like
was in
connected to the
handheld mode, but they
controller
gave you the Joy-Cons
separately.
separately.
Did
took
they
them
have
off.
that controller for the
Oh, that is
Joy-Cons though?
weird.
Would that help?
No, that would have helped.
Okay, that would help.
You
Because
were
you know,
just
you sit down
holding-
and you're relaxing and you're
You're
pushing.
just holding the two in each hand. And
Yes.
just kind of, that'd be a little weird for me too.
Yeah, and the guy's like, "Oh, you got to shake it to do this spin move," and you know he did do a spin move, but I wasn't worried about spin
I
moves.
didn't want to spin move.
I'm
I'm
not
old
doing
school
that.
Mario. I try and jump on everything.
Yeah, there's no shaking.
Right. So, game the controls are real tight. You find moons in the game. When you find a moon, it's not like 64. It doesn't bring you out the level. You keep going and finding more moons.
That seems like such a pointless, arbitrary shit. Like, just keep it stars. Like, nobody is like, man, I'm tired of picking up stars. Like, nobody has said that. It's just very strange now that they're like,
No, it's,
Ooh.
it's some
I'm
plot
surprised.
device, but there's
I
never
mean,
really
they
been a
might,
plot.
They might give it, there's not. It's
I'm
just-
surprised that Nintendo hasn't used like the stars to substitute like trophies or achievements. Like they have a star system for games, so they can keep it tied to their stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because
What do they use? They
don't do
use
anything.
See, I like that they don't use anything, and I remember I don't know if I mentioned that in a previous recording, but I just in like Xbox and PlayStation, I'm playing a game, and it's like, but dude, you just get I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. This is the stupidest shit. I'm just like, get off my screen. Or they'll even do things where it'll spoil something for me, right? It's like I'll be doing something and I don't realize I'm at the end of the game, and then you'll get an achievement that's like final chapter complete, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You fucking asshole!
this
You
was
know?
the damn ending.
Yeah, I was like, I had no idea, and so I can't stand that shit. Until they do something where you accumulate those points and you can unlock just like stupid shit.
Kind of
You know,
like Street Fighter did, where you play enough, you gain points, and you can actually buy characters
You
in
get
the
like
game
you
instead
can get
of
like
with
new
your money.
skins or themes or something
Yeah.
like that. But until they do that, the trophy system is fucking stupid. Like I give zero shits.
There's some people who like to be perfectionists and get the platinums, and they'll do that. And I think there's like streams dedicated to how they
Yeah,
do
it's
that
just
stuff.
not for
And I
me.
mean, yeah. I
But
mean,
that was one thing I found
it's got its
refreshing.
lane. It's got its lane.
Yeah. Well, what I found refreshing is when I was playing Zelda, and I've been playing for a while, and I just kind of noticed, like, oh shit, I haven't gotten like any.
But that's also because Nintendo's system is not even set up. There's no internet access. There's no other apps and stuff. It's just like a game system. So that might be coming.
It might be.
Yeah.
At which point I will.
I'd love to know how many mountains I've climbed in Zelda. Like if they just keep track of that for me. Because I climbed a lot. I was like,
a lot of mountains.
I love exploring.
Yeah.
And that was the game for me. Exploring my
Yeah.
ass
The
off.
reason why I haven't gotten anywhere in Zelda is because of this goddamn Korok seeds. Like, I can't help myself. That's all I'm looking for is Korok seeds everywhere I go.
It's a good reward too, because if I climb a mountain and there's nothing up there, but there's a Korok seed, hey, it was worth the trip.
Worth it. Exactly. Yep. I will see a mountain and go, I don't think I've climbed that mountain yet. Then I'll go up there, Korok seed. I'm like, yep, totally worth it. Totally worth it. I just spent the last 30 minutes.
Now, have either of y'all beaten the game?
Nope.
I
You said you beat the last boss.
Yeah, like I've seen probably like 90% of the game, just kind of here and there.
Without spoiling anything.
Spoilers, listeners.
Climb Hyrule Castle. Just
Okay.
Just try and make it to the top. It's fun.
All right.
All right.
It's worth the trip.
Okay, so there's something up there.
I gotta get off my Injustice 2 grind, and I'm gonna do that.
You're telling me that there is something up there.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, of course, you know what's up there. You know it's going to be what they put at the top of any random thing you go to, and you like, oh, I can't get up there. And you get up there, what's waiting for you?
Korok seed?
So you get a Korok seed, but they got other
Ultimate Korok seed. I'm okay.
It's like my thing was I want to see can I make it to the top? And it's did they design it where you could and you can?
That's part of the value there. It's like that exact experience of like you just see it and you're like there may not be anything up there.
But
I
I'm
wonder
gonna do
if
it.
I can get up there.
Yeah.
Because we grew up playing games like I wonder if I can get up there, and it's like psh, invisible wall or
invisible
whatever.
wall.
So that's one of the things that's so cool about it is the fact that
I spent too much time on a plateau because when I was going into the cold section where you had to learn to cook the food to stay warm,
yeah.
I kept climbing in there from the back. It's like, oh, it's up here. So I'm climbing up there and I'm dying because I'm freezing to death.
Yeah.
I'm like,
This is bullshit.
let me try and go the right way. Like, let me follow the path. And I follow the path and they're like, oh, here's some spicy chili. I was like, motherfucker. It's like, I could have been off this damn
I
thing.
went and found all the warm clothes, so I was
I got the warm clothes.
and then
I read
I
that
got
dude's
the
diary and did
yeah,
that thing.
Yeah, so I was prepared for that.
So anyway,
So I played Mario.
So you played Mario. So what happened after Mario?
jumped around.
I jumped around after I played Mario.
Well, back on Mario, just one thing. So, are you excited? Like, it's got you pumped for the new Mario game?
Yes. It's
Okay.
just I think the possibilities with the hat where you can control stuff, it's the same thing with Zelda. It's like all three of us played the game. I guarantee you none of us did anything the same exact way.
So is Mario Demon Souls Mario Edition?
It's not that.
Where are you getting? where are you getting this from?
Demon Souls, just possessing people. All right. Anyways,
Possess people and demons.
But
no, I was just making fun because typically demons possess you. So, anyways,
There's a game called Demon Souls.
there is
Yes.
a game called Demon
There's a
Souls.
game called Demon
There is a
That's what threw me off.
I
was
just fucked
like,
Timmy
wait,
all
what?
up. So,
What am I, a fucking retard, man?
right.
Am I a fucking retard? Oh!
after Mario, you have good expectations for it. What other game? Were you able to get to any other games to play?
the first day, no. The
Why
first
was it
day
that
was
long?
so the first day
Well, because the first 3 hours were spent just like
walking around lost.
panicking.
Figuring
Yes, I was seriously walking around and like I walk around. I see people and they have like the
And just feeling like
Little Mega
you're
Man
out
bags?
of the loop. Yeah, everybody else
I'm
got.
I'm like, how'd they get this Mega Man
that?
bag?
Yeah,
so I'm like,
exactly.
where'd you get that Mega Man bag
Did
from?
they
And they're
even
like, oh, they're
announce
front.
any Mega Man games?
No, they had it.
Other than Marvel vs. Capcom, they have Mega Man Zero.
The guy who's made Mega Man is now doing Mighty Number 9,
Oh yeah.
which is basically Mega Man. That's a little weird. I never checked it out.
All right. Well, anyway, so you didn't really get to anything the first day. You got to Mario. So what happened?
So after
You spent
that,
3 days there, right?
yes, I went all 3 days. So after I seen Mario, I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the other hall and I'm gonna plot out tomorrow. So I'm gonna go see everything they got over there, just walk around, give it a look, and figure out what I'm gonna do the next day. So that's basically what I did. I walked around, looked at everything. I was like a freaking tourist. I'm walking around,
Yeah.
everything short of having a camera, taking a picture of everything.
Yeah.
And that's only because I was conserving my battery to GPS how to get home.
Yeah.
My aunt lent me her car, and I've never drove in LA, so that was exciting. So yeah, I just walked around, looked at everything. The second day went in kind of more with a game plan. For some strange reason, Well, after you played Mario, you got a ticket to get a hat. So you got a visor with the eyes on it. You got a cappy visor.
See, now you can get around way easier.
Right. I see somebody in line, I could throw my hat on them and skip them.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's how it works.
That was Nintendo's plan.
But when I played, 2 people before me, they ran out of tickets for the hat.
Son of
So I was like,
bitch.
motherfuckers. So I'm going to have to wait in line again to come get me a Mario hat.
See,
So
they
then,
should have just given you like a reserve ticket and be like, look, we got you for tomorrow.
but so I go in line and I get in there and I'm like, okay, I'm 6 people back. It's an hour. So then I seen a guy that I seen from the day before. They ran out of tickets on me and him.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I was like, hey, you got it? And he's like, yeah, I was first. I ran in here and I played it. I was like, okay. So I went and talked to the guy that was at the booth, at the table.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're from yesterday. And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, here's your ticket. So
All right.
thank God. I
Cool.
don't have to wait.
Yeah,
in line.
yeah, that's nice. That's very nice.
So then I went and seen Lawbreakers. I don't know if y'all have heard of that.
I don't know what that is.
It's a...
Is it a golf game?
It could be. It could be with Criminal. So it's like it's an arena shooter. It was PC only, and they announced it for the PS4. Think of classes kind of like Overwatch, but
That's what I was about to say. Is it
Yeah.
kind of like
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Overwatch?
think I heard of that now.
It's
it's like an Overwatch clone almost, kind of. Right?
it's a lot different. It's,
Okay, so not different. All right.
Cliffy B made Gears of War. It's his game, and so they have different parts of the game where there's no gravity. So basically, if you're indoors, there's gravity. You're on the ground shooting. You could shoot behind you blindly. It's pretty fast paced. You can get around by like shooting on the floor and moving faster. It's
when you got no gravity.
when you get out to no gravity, I was actually a little bit better than inside on the ground because I'm not really that great at shooters.
Yeah, I'm not so great.
But so I go outside and I see somebody and I just start tapping the jump button. I'm floating up, shooting at them, and it's the only way I could kill somebody.
Yeah.
Just like me in fighting games, you just jump and kick.
That's not how you do
that's all
fighting
you do.
games. That's not how you do fighting games.
That's how I do fighting.
That's not how you do fighting games.
That's how I lose fighting.
Don't make a fuck out of me.
All right.
So yeah, I checked that out. Then I actually went to the other hall that I had planned to go to that morning. I had to run and see about my Mario hat. So then I went and checked out the lines, went to Ubisoft's booth. They had a nice big setup. Most of the booths have limited number of screens, but long demos. Like the Mario and the Rabbids demo, 20-minute demo.
Wow.
And they had it on like 30 TVs. So anything in
It
line,
takes
you're like,
forever to get over there.
3 people in front of you, that's an hour wait. So
Yeah.
you see the line and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm not playing that today. I eventually did play it, but then I was making a deal with the people for me in line. And they're like, hey, there's this weird guy. He's like, hey, you only need to play for 5 minutes. Do you see what the game's like? Know if you're going to like it or not? And move on. I'm like, hey, I'm cool with that. If it helps you out, I'm fine with it. Because, when I did wait and play it, I just want to check out the battle system because I never played XCOM. And they're like, oh, it's like XCOM. And I'm
It's like XCOM?
Yes.
That's what I wanted to add, because I really like RPGs and stuff. So I heard, like, oh, Mario's going to be another RPG. And I was like, fucking right. And then it said, with the Rabbids. And I was like, what the fuck is that shit? I was like, dude, give me Legend of the Seven Stars again. Like, that's all I need in my life. And don't make it 7 moons. Like, fuck that shit. I need
I
stars.
want stars, not moons. But no, it's basically, so it's strategic battles and it's all about where you're placed on the
Tactical
battlefield.
grid based.
Right. So yeah, if you're on the side, they can't hit you, but you could hit them, stuff like that. It was really cool. I feel sorry for my kids because they're gonna want to play it, but as it gets harder, they'll probably hand me the control a lot. Hey, you need to go
that
beat this
happens
guy.
to me a lot. My son comes in and is like, "Can you play this
So are
game?"
you just like Mario controlling a legion of rabbits? Like, what's going on?
You're
here?
actually led by this thing that looks like a Roomba vacuum. It's this circle thing, and I totally did
Perfect.
not catch its name.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But when I played, my team was Mario, the rabbit dressed up like Peach, and the rabbit dressed up like Luigi.
Is it mostly you play as rabbits dressed up as Mario characters?
I've seen
From
where
what
Peach
you've
is.
seen?
From what I've seen, yeah. But I've seen in the trailer they do have Peach in the game. They do have Luigi.
Right.
The rabbits do funny stuff. Like the Peach
just
one
sounds
has a phone, and like you go to where it's at, and she'll snap a selfie of herself, turn around, and hit the character or something. They use the characters to jump. So like if you have Mario in the front, and then you take a rabbit and Mario crosses,
like a
you cross
combo.
Mario's path. Yeah, it's a combo where Mario
Yeah.
he'll run to Mario will spring him up, and then he could move further and stuff like that. So it seems like it'll be a pretty good little strategy game.
It just seems, the premise is just not grabbing. Like, it just seems totally stupid. Like, oh man.
Apparently XCOM is really good, and
I love
should play
XCOM.
that.
XCOM is the shit, man.
it's supposed to be just like XCOM, both with Nintendo and
As
rabbits.
long as you can be point blank range with your enemy and still only have like a 45% chance to hit, I'm sold. 'Cause that is XCOM. You will be point blank with it. There's tons of pictures on. Have you played XCOM, Patrick?
I haven't.
Okay.
I do have. It was free on one of the either PlayStation Plus or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Xbox
yeah.
games would go. I'm gonna play it one day.
Check it out. But there's tons of Reddit shots, especially like when 2 first released, and it would just be like a picture of the alien and one of your characters with a shotgun. Like literally, like the alien's eating the shotgun. Like it's like right there, and your percentage to hit is like 65%. And it was just like, stay cool, XCOM. Like that was just how it was. it's just something you grew to love.
That's when I play shooters, I use shotgun because if I get close enough, I'm guaranteed to hit you.
There you go.
Not an XCOM boy.
Not next.
Just
You
running
fucked.
it, not playing it now.
Oh man.
So what happened after the Rascally Rabbits?
So it was the third day at the Nintendo booth where I went and played Mario again because I have 2 kids, so I was trying to get 2 hats.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you
But
got,
apparently,
you gotta suffer.
if you played Mario on the screen, you got a passport. And they're like, oh, you get the passport, you can play all the games, and you get a T-shirt. So I'm like, I gotta get me a T-shirt now.
Shit. Now you gotta
And
put it,
then
you gotta put
what's
it in
funny is I
work.
went to I learned that if you go to the little side booth where you play it at the chair, they're not supposed to give out passports. But that morning, the guy was given 5 of them. And then they had another guy come trying to take them back. He's like, hey, you're not supposed to have these. He's like, well, Jim gave them
That's
to
when
me.
you just run.
Jim, yeah,
No, and he's like, yeah, he gave them to me. And they're sitting there arguing about it. So the guy's like, here, take this before they take it away from me. And I'll say, hey, I gave all mine out. Because they only gave him 5 anyway.
All right.
So he gave me the passport.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay. So I played Mario again. And I tried the different levels. They had 2 different levels. So collected some more moons. Sorry about that. So then now I'm on a mission to go play all these Nintendo games to get a damn shirt.
There you
And
go.
Okay.
of course I'm obese, so I'm like, they're not gonna have my size anyway, but they did.
There you go.
I was shocked. So I was like,
Hell
yeah, I get
yeah.
one of my kids a Mario shirt, and then I was like, hey, you got any 3X? And they're
I'm
like,
gonna get
yeah, we got
me a
3X. I'm
Mario
like,
shirt.
fuck the kids. That is my shirt. So then
As we established earlier in the episode,
Yes.
kids are kind of at the bottom of the totem pole there.
There you go.
Jerry Rice was basically Jesus on
They're gonna
crack.
grow out of that damn shirt in like a year, so I'm
Right, you
keep
get
it
it-
for a long time.
They could sleep in it if they want to wear it. It'll be a dress. It'll drag the ground, but hey, they'll have it. So I look at the list of games, and it's like ARMS, big ass line. Splatoon 2, big ass line. The Pokken Tournament, big ass line. FIFA, walk right up.
There you go.
It's like I'm gonna play FIFA first. So I went and played FIFA. The guy's like, "Hey, has anybody played FIFA? Y'all ever played FIFA before?" I was like, "Yeah, probably like in FIFA 99." And the guy next to me was like, "I never played, so I did beat him 1-0."
There you go.
There you go.
Success.
FIFA plays like FIFA since
I
99.
love this job.
It's the same exact feel. Once it's like, "Hey, long pass, short pass, shoot." That's all you need to know. It feels like the same exact game. It just looked prettier
It
than
just
it did
looks
in
better.
99. And then, so I played that, and I waited another line to play the Mario Rabbids. That line was a little bit longer. So once I played that, I got that stamp. Then I went to the ARMS line. It wasn't that bad. They were moving kind of fast because, it's basically a fighting game. You go through the match.
Yeah.
I did sweet talk the rep at the ARMS booth to stamp my ticket twice.
We got a silver tongue over here.
Oh, yeah. I may be big, but
Did you show him your legs? Is that what happened?
I did have on shorts, and I was like, if you give me an extra stamp,
Hey man,
I'll let you look at these. So she's like, well, what you want me stamping on? I was like,
Oh, yeah, it's a
stamp it
shame.
on Fire Emblem. Because their line was
No one wants to
ridiculous.
play
And there was like,
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem was like a 25-minute demo, and
yeah,
they had it on.
Because like a match takes fucking forever.
They had it on
The
like 2
stage-
TVs. But no, it was like the Fire
Jesus.
Emblem, like the Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, they have something like that coming out.
Yeah, they have something like that coming out. So I'm like,
Oh,
why is that a 25-minute demo? Like, we all played it with Zelda. Just,
You
give
just
us 5
fight
minutes.
Hundreds of people. Yeah.
So she stamped that, and then I double backed around to where I played the Rabbits. They had Sonic Forces. So I waited in line to play that because that was a 5-minute demo.
There's another Sonic game coming out.
They have 2 Sonic games coming out. They have Sonic Mania, which is like, I guess, a throwback to the old school, and then Sonic
Yeah,
Forces,
I heard that.
which they have.
Looks like the Apocalypse or
Is
something
it
like
a
that
Star
meets
Wars?
Sonic.
A Star Wars Sonic game.
Honestly,
Am I gonna be
I didn't
allowed
see.
to play this?
They had
Sonic
an
maybe
image.
was there, but I didn't see
I
it
was
there.
seeing this image of Sonic Forces where Sonic's standing there and you see like almost this like fiery like
Yeah, that
destroying-
one. My pop filter
excited.
almost popped me in the
Yeah, a little
face.
Good
excited.
job.
The on that one I did see, but they had delays like, oh, they got 3 different game modes. You could play the new one, you could play some kind where you design your character, or you can play like a old school classic Sonic. I was like, I want to play classic so I know what I'm doing.
Who the fuck wants to design a character for Sonic?
Little kids. I mean, I guess
I
you
don't
get to
give
make
a
his color of
shit
his
about
shoes.
little kids. All right, I'm just.
I've seen some of the South Park where you design a character to make a T-shirt for the South
The
Park.
line for that was always ridiculous. Like I'm like,
I bet.
IGN
That-
had a thing on there where what's her name? I don't remember. Anyways, she
was it
went
the
up-
one with the foreign voice?
Yes.
I talked to her.
Oh, okay.
I was like, hey, I recognize your voice.
Yeah, she's on.
You
She's
get to
on
see
the
the legs,
the
too.
Xbox podcast they do Unlocked. So yeah, I've listened to her. She's been popping up more and more in their videos and stuff like that on IGN. So she did a thing where she went up and had a shirt made, and you make your own South Park character that you can make like kind of like yourself, and then it gets put on a shirt with some random image you want that's for the South Park game coming out, and you just make a T-shirt. So, but you actually make a character for the game with the Sonic thing, right? Like it's,
Yeah, one you can play. And the same thing with South Park. I think South Park you can make your own character
Okay,
and play
right.
as them. I never played the Stick of Truth because
Yeah, I never got
my
around
kids
to
would
playing.
want to watch it because it looks like a cartoon.
Oh yeah,
but
you can't
it's
watch
South
it.
Park,
I hear
so
you
they
like
can't.
one of the parts in there you abort a baby, like you do like abortion.
Only in South Park.
With the
Yeah.
stick of truth, I'm assuming.
I don't know what you do it with,
Is
but it's
the-
like a
is the
mini,
coat hanger of truth.
It's a mini game in the game. That's what I heard. I've been wanting to play the game. I mean, it's probably dirt cheap right now, but
Yeah,
I think if you
No.
pre-order the new one,
I'd have to
you
play
get the
it
old
at
one for
night.
free.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You
So-
can pre-order the new one, the old one for free, but you have to play late at night when the kids are asleep.
That's what the Ubisoft had a store there. They were selling merch, and I was like, "Is this the line to get in?" They're like, "No, we're here to make a T-shirt." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go in the store." And they did have I am a nerd, so they did have Mario Rabbit like little figures, like
Yeah.
6-inch figures for like $40. And I wanted to get 2 of them, one for each of my kids, but they're like, "Oh, this is just pre-order." I was like, "Well, I could order that anytime then."
Yeah.
If I could only buy it here.
To the no.
Exactly. If I could buy it here, I would have bought them both and took them home. But they're like, no, they're on display, but you can't buy them. They're just pre-orders.
Nice.
Like you bastards.
Fuck that shit.
I was like, oh, everything in E3 sale, 20% off, but it was of none of the new stuff.
Yeah, that
None
makes
of the
sense.
stuff I would have bought.
Was there a lot of like outside vendors and stuff? Like for instance, like again comparing it to like WizardCon, there's a lot of people who are just outside vendors there selling stuff that they get licenses for like comic stuff or whatever, or like prints and stuff like that. Now I'm assuming maybe not that with a video game conference, but was there, because like they're open it to the public, so was there more things like was there a lot of stuff like that there? Or
I
is it
couldn't
just-
say if they had more because I didn't go.
you
I've
didn't
never
go
been there previously.
Yeah,
but
previously,
they did
no.
have,
That's why I try to rephrase it. Not that if there's more, but did you see stuff like that? Or
They
was
had a
it
few vendors where you could buy things. They had like the little mystery packs. They had like, I guess, a little toy company had all the mystery packs, and it was like 4 for $20. They had some Overwatch stuffed animals. I was like, sent a picture to my kid, but then the guy's like, "Oh yeah, it was $30 each." I was like, "Never mind."
Hell no. To the no.
Like, disregard that last picture I sent. Don't even show it to me.
I'm sorry. That doesn't
I'm
exist.
sorry, don't do that.
So yeah, that they had E3 had their own stuff, but it was like cheesy T-shirts, like
Like the one I got from GameStop that has the freaking Raccoon City.
Well, it's more like they had like a skull on. It's like, oh, I went to E3 Los Angeles. It's like,
yeah, that's even worse.
I bought my son one. This is the kind of shirts they had. I bought my son one. It had an arrow pointing up, and it said "Awesome Gamer," and on the back it said E3. I was like, it says E3 on it. It's a souvenir.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
all,
that's
that's
cool.
all you need.
That's cool.
So yeah, they did have a few people selling things. They had a lot of like, I know. Have you seen where they hide the mounts? You could mount your gaming systems on a wall. It's I think the company's like Hide something. It's basically you could buy a mount for like your PlayStation 4 mounted on the wall next to your TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have all the wires hidden. So they had like
I
a
was gonna say, it
booth.
sounds like a company that's all about hiding the underbelly of your electrical
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
just like The
So
seedy underground.
They'd have booths and they'd give out cards, and if you tweeted a photo, they gave you like a little controller mount. So I got a mount for my controller with some screws that could mount it to the wall. They have one called Dream Lights, where you can basically put lights on the back of your television, kind of like the ambient light gimmick that Philips did a long time ago, where you could have it hooked up to your phone and it'll show lights based off what you're watching behind the television.
It's kind of like with the PlayStation 4, the controller has the light on the back that will change based off of what you're
so
doing
it's
in the game.
basically you hook LEDs to the back of your TV, and it's based on what's on your television with the lights, so it kind of lights up the background of your wall. Something that's
I wouldn't want that shit.
I guess if you
I
have like
wouldn't
a
use
porn
it if
room,
it was free.
The Outlaw Golf Room.
if you had an outlaw golf room, and you really want to see when you're whipping your caddy's ass, like you want to feel it around the whole room,
Yep, I do.
you could do that.
I get those lights.
All right, I'll probably get those.
One place I went to, the Indiecade, so it's like, a bunch of little indie setup, and it's not like this is the indie that makes Shovel Knight. This is like, hey, they had a guy, Ben Watson, and I talked to him.
This guy for $1 somewhere.
It's like,
Is this guy? He had a table. He had his game on. He's like, hey,
please.
Nobody
please
else
play.
is playing.
he's like, you want to check out my game? I was
Please
like,
play my game.
he's like, oh, once you play it, leave a Post-it note with
A Post-it
what
note?
he had Post-it notes, and you put a Post-it
Hey
note
man, they
down
gotta
on the
work with
table,
what they got, man.
and put down what attracted you to the game. And the game had a really nice art style. And then once I did sit down, it's like a point and click game. So basically, it's like a mystery game, and I hit that again.
Nice.
I do it all the time.
Yep, that's fine.
So it seems interesting, and nice art style, nice music. So I would check it out if it's cheap, depending on the price.
And if it somehow presented itself to you, I doubt you'd go seek it out.
right, if if I'm on the Steam store one day and it's like,
And
hey,
it's
on
just like,
sale,
boop,
it's like, I remember that
hey,
game.
That's my boy Ben.
I did visit his website. I sent it to one of my friends who's not big into games, but he always talks about Deja Vu on the NES.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you ever played that, but you find like a dead hooker in the trunk, very beginning of the game.
I don't remember any NES game that dealt with finding a dead hooker in the trunk.
Look it up,
Remember that?
Deja
Showed
Vu.
it to us.
Oh, yeah.
It might not have been a hooker, like we might have added that part in, but there was definitely a dead woman in the trunk.
Well, you always can make
She
the
was
game
a hooker.
that way.
When you're a kid, you had to make the NES games interesting.
Takes two to Firestorm.
A little bit.
Yep, that's right.
And as a kid, my brother and I were going, "That's a hooker."
Yeah, that's definitely those blocks right there. That's a hooker.
She's a hooer.
They did have they had one setup where they had a table that looked like a NES controller, and you could actually use the buttons, and it was hooked to a TV with a black and white game, and you were this car that looked like a cloud. It's like a shitty phone game. Not to knock the game, the table was the main attraction.
Right, it sounds like.
So I'm playing it, and I'm using it to jump. I sent my wife a picture. She's like, "You can actually play that?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, that's cool." I was like, "What would I play with it?"
That's what I was saying. I was like, what am I going to do with it when I want to eat dinner? Don't put the plate down there. Why? It's going to turn the game on. It's the button.
If you pause the game with your spaghetti one more time.
Trying to win.
So they had stuff like that. They had a real big nice booth with like these big dragons in the front, and it was for this Japanese game, and the game was in all Japanese. And like I'm talking to the guy, he's like, "Oh, you want to play it?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I didn't know then at that point the game was in all Japanese.
You found out.
So yeah, I sat down and I'm like,
What's going on here, man?
I'm just walking around and everything's in Japanese on the screen, and people are talking to me in Japanese. So I called the lady and I'm like,
I can't read
I
this.
can't play this. She's like, what do you want to do? I said, can I fight something? So she's like, yeah. She's like, oh, click here and then click the first one. So I clicked the first one. I go in the area. I'm fighting like these little blobs. So I'm whipping the little blobs out. It's kind of like a Warcraft clone. She was telling me it's a popular MMO in Japan.
Okay.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, when's it coming, to the U.S.? When can we play it? She's like, oh, it's probably not till next year. I'm like,
What is it?
All right. Thanks.
That was actually PlayStation's whole conference, actually. It was like a ton of games announced. It was like 2018. So, yeah.
they like showing you what they got in the pipe.
Well, she was doing the same, I guess.
Right. She showed me what she had in the pipe. And I was like, can I fight a boss or something? She's like, oh, you want a boss battle? I was like, yeah. So she put me on a boss battle. And it was pretty cool. And then the game kind of locked up on me.
Oh, boy. That's never good.
I could move around.
Douchebags.
The boss was just frozen in the air. And she's like, oh, she said, froze, we can restart you. I was like, nah.
That's not worth it.
I said, I should have told her,
You should have told her that.
I was just saying, like,
No, it was worth it.
You had your shot, you blew it.
the game seemed really cool,
You have failed this city.
but it was 100% language barrier.
I feel like you're just being nice over there. You're just like, I mean, it was okay, but
Sure.
Nah.
Bring it to America next year.
I will definitely buy that.
What's your website? I'm gonna send it to my friend who doesn't play games.
Hey, when he's seen it,
Here you
he's
go,
seen the
Ben.
game. He's like, I'd play that. What is it on? I was like, PC only. He's like, motherfucker.
You better get
If
on
they put it on the
bed.
PlayStation, I guarantee you he has a PlayStation 3, and I guarantee it has at least 3 inches of dust on it. Like, he games that much.
Did you tell Ben that he has to put it on PlayStation?
I didn't.
Have a guaranteed sale.
Like, Ben, we got you this one sale. Ben was
This website and email him.
hey, for Ben's defense, Ben was a very nice guy.
Cool.
Just make the subject line.
Miyamoto was not there to talk to me about Mario,
yeah,
but
right.
Ben was there to talk to me about his
That's
game.
the difference.
You just
That's
make the subject
difference.
line, are you ready to upgrade from Post-it notes? And then see what he has to say.
So, day 2, the most interesting. And on the Post-it note, you could put your email address on the back. Yes. He would add you to the mailing list.
It is glorious.
Thanks.
And when I went back to play it, because Ben wasn't there when I went back to play it,
Of course he was.
but this girl
He
was.
put his post-it
You have
notes
a
away.
job to do, man.
He's organizing the post-it notes. I don't want to lose any of these.
He was thinking about getting it on PlayStation.
He was talking to Sony. This
Hey
girl,
guys, I got
after
a
I played
guaranteed
it,
sale over here.
this girl's like, "Oh, can you write your thoughts on a Post-it note?" I pointed mine out. I was like, "That's right there." And what I did to prove it to her, because she looked at me like, "This motherfucker's lying to me." I was like, "Look,
Wait, this is for the
gonna be-
Japanese game?
No, this is for the Ben
Oh,
game.
this is for Ben.
So I pointed to my Post-it note. I'm like, "This is my Post-it
Me
note."
right here. I did that.
And she's like,
That's
she
the name
gave
of
me a
this
look, and I was
episode.
like, "This is gonna be." This is the email address on the back, and I showed her. I was like, "See, that's me." And she's like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "I'll even add nice music."
Yeah, the
There
name
you
of
go.
this episode is now I'm Not Crazy. I wrote it on a post-it note.
There we go.
Got it now.
So then, next to Ben's game was the most interesting thing I seen at all of E3.
Is this the XE thing?
This
Oh, okay, you said
that
there
was
was something.
When we get to that, that was really
Okay,
interesting
all
too.
right, okay.
Okay.
So I walk by and there's this girl and she's got on like this she got on this high pink sweatshirt, like it kind of looked like it would glow in the dark.
Okay. That's enough. I want to hear the story.
So
Go ahead.
I walk by and she's like, "Hey, are you on a secret mission?" And I'm like, I didn't read it. I'm like, "Huh?" And she's like, "What's your code name?" So I'm like,
What?
I'm like, "Beavis." She's like, "Welcome, Beavis." She's like, "Come in and start hacking."
Should have said post-it.
So they had their booth blocked off where you couldn't see it, like these little black curtains. So I walked through, and on the front of it, there's a sign that says, "Join the whores."
Oh boy.
So the whores were the hackers of resistance.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
So you go in and they sit me at this this MacBook, and I'm thinking this is a demo for a game. So it's like they're like, "Oh, get in there and just type around, go through the files." So you go through, and I'm looking at all these files, and apparently they're real files. And so I go through it all, and I'm like, I went through every single file they had. They had like 3 different tunnels you can go through, and each one led to 2 different things where you can go through files. And I was like asking the girl, I was like, "Oh, is this it?" And she's like, "Oh, you got to come to the secret sessions to get more." And I'm like,
Hold on. He's coming.
She just wants to fuck, man. She saw them legs. She saw the hat.
This
She
is
saw the shirt.
this is
She saw
exactly
you right the post.
Watch your fucking mouth. Watch your fucking mouth.
exactly what I thought. I'm like, damn, these chicks want to run a train. I don't know what they're doing. They all got on these neon vests so I could find them in the dark.
Yeah.
How do you take your love and shove it up your big fat ass?
So in the booth, like I'm looking around, and they have on the wall, they got like a dildo, like
Oh my god!
wired to this battery thing. They got all this feminine propaganda and stuff. They got a big Sony DLP TV with like the screen punched in. A lot of weird shit. So I'm like, you know what? They're like, there's more at the secret meeting. So I'm like, all right, I'll walk outside. I take the picture of the sign because it tells you the secret meeting's at 2:00. So I'm going back.
I'm going to the secret meeting. You have my attention, ma'am.
So then, I go around, I see other things. And then it gets like 1:45 and so I head back. And then the same chick's there and she's like, oh, you're back for the secret meeting?
That's a good question.
I'm like, yeah. So then she's like taking my name down in one of the other whores.
Nice.
She's like, oh, you got to wait till closer. We don't want people on the list that's not going to show up. I'm like, look, I'm showing up. So the chick,
I have seen all I needed to see. I will be there.
so the chick gave me my name tag. And she didn't write my name on the list, but when I showed back up like 5 minutes later, she wrote it down.
See, this is making me think of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they go to the orgy. And there's just like a buffet of fried chicken and shit. There's just a bunch of like obese dudes wearing, some of them wearing masks.
I remember that. Yeah.
That's just so you know, that's where I envision you are
He's
headed
picturing
right
an
now.
orgy.
Well, then we go in there, and it's me and this one other guy at first. And then we get in there, and a lot of people start trickling in. Like, I was expecting
I
it was
bet
just
if
going to be me.
everybody got that presentation, oh hell yeah, there's some people. I would have gone back.
Everybody's dicks were hard in that presentation.
Everybody had on their little code names on their shirt, and they're going through the list. And I want to say they had like 15 people in their little booth. And turns out it's like a reenactment of some feminine hacker
Of an
thing.
orgy.
So they come in, and we're all standing there. Everybody who's in there, like, oh, we're gonna start in a minute. And then one girl who was in there to watch, she's like, "There's a lot of dudes at this." I said, "You realize this thing is called Join the Whores, right?" Like, there's like 4 chicks there, and there's like 11 dudes. I'm like, it's Join the Whores. Dudes are gonna we're gonna show up to this.
We're all thinking we're about to get laid. All right,
Your
I don't know
promotion is
what
whores. Dudes are showing up.
I don't know what you thought was about to happen, but I brought my lube. I don't know. About you.
And I brought $20. What's going down?
I'm ready.
I went to the concession and was like, "Hey, give me all ones." I don't know how it goes down in LA.
Start slow with the ones.
But New Orleans, we just spin ones and we make it rain.
What will you do with $1? No, 2.
I had more where that came from.
Girl, I could triple that easy. So they come, they start talking about one of the Marias. So that's apparently one of their spies or whatever. One of their Marias has been arrested.
So like somebody wrote some bad fan fiction and made it into a game.
One of the girls had a voice changer, and the whole time she's talking to the voice changer, she's like, "Oh, we just launched our underground abortion devices."
What the
And I'm telling you, this was the most interesting, weirdest shit that I've seen at E3.
South Park?
So she's like, "Oh, we launched our underground abortion things in all these cities, and we're launching it." And then this other girl runs in, and it's an Asian girl, and she's got a mustache on, and she's in like this like a worker like dicky suit, I guess. And she starts undressing out of it, and she has no bra on. Her nipples are hard. And I told the dude, I was like, "Nah, the show's over." Like, this is what we came for.
This is it.
This is it. I knew this is exactly what it's gonna be. So she dropped that. She put on her sweater, and I was like, "Damn it." But then they grabbed one of the members. Like when I first walked in, they gave me a book and like, "Oh, study this book." And it's some weird ass book.
No one's studying anything. The fuck you think he's going straight in the trash?
Right? Who reads books nowadays?
I saw a dildo earlier. My reading is
Some
over.
lady just stripped and put on a sweater.
Unless this is Kama Sutra, I don't want to look at the pictures. So then she runs in, and they sat one person at the computer, and apparently when you got to one of the files, they're like, "Oh, you got to look up stuff on the Marias." So they got through the files, and you seen something on the Marias, and then once you were in that file, you could actually search something. So you had to search
So
something.
were they gonna like swordfish you and like John Travolta?
You're actually going to bring it to this bank.
It's supposed to make us feel like we were hacking.
You have to do this while you're getting a blowjob on the horse.
That's what I'm thinking is about to happen now.
How fast can you hack? We have 11 guys and 4 girls. Let's figure it out.
I need some help from the audience. There was 4 of them, so 8 on 11. A little bit better odds. So they got one of the girls. She went through the hacking. She looked up the code name. It was funny. They're like, you got to search something on the in the file to find out about it. And the girl automatically types Trump.
Nice.
Nowhere on the screen.
No. Trump.
So it went through and it ended and we saved the Maria somehow. But it was totally the most interesting thing I've seen at E3.
Oh my god.
That definitely was.
And then I
That's
actually the next
amazing.
day when I parked, I'm like, I'm not walking. It was my last day there, so I was like, I'm gonna catch an Uber ride because it's like $3. Like I could do a $3 ride easy. So Ubered over, and where they dropped me off at, I actually seen one of the whores there. And I was like, honest question.
remember me?
I was like, hey, are you one of the whores? She's like, she laughed. She's like, yeah. And I was like, I gotta tell you, that was the most interesting thing I see. And she's like, oh, thank you. She's like, oh, we plan on expanding on the universe. I'm like,
What?
I don't know if the whores ever come to town, I'm going to see it.
I'm making a return visit.
It's something interesting. I have
I'm going to
pictures of
see
their booth
how,
if you want to
how
see
they're
it.
going
All
to
right.
expand my universe.
I do want to see the pictures. I'm
I
curious
do
to
have
see
the
what that
pictures.
is.
The whores are real.
No, right.
Their
That's
website.
fine. I always thought they were, but okay.
We are whores.
Don't send that website to your friend. That's the one you keep to yourself.
Yeah, you send that website to Ben and see what he can do.
We are whores.
Ben, you need a collab. Get this on PlayStation.
I actually told Ben, I was like, this is funny. So Ben's actually, he's telling me about his game, and I was waiting to go in because I had to wait the 5 minutes before I could actually be let in. I was like, hey, I'm going to this horse thing. I said, I have no clue what it is. It's weird as shit if I don't come out in 30 minutes. I was like,
Please come save
send
me.
somebody in after me. And he was
On
like,
your side. I wrote your post-it note.
Ben was cool. Ben's like, he's like, okay. I was like, all right. Ben's a cool guy. And I'm gonna check out his game.
Ben, we're clowning you, Ben, but you got love here. We're just messing.
Another game in the indie arcade I seen was with the Google Daydream, which the 3D, kind of like the Samsung Gear VR. It was called Sisters. I tried that out. And
They're not whores, right?
They're not whores.
Okay.
It was a kind of like a scary game. That one was actually pretty cool. When I got home, I did buy a Daydream, and I did buy the game.
Okay, cool.
I may bring the Daydream back after I beat the game.
Nothing else.
But, and I do use the Google Play reward, so I get money for free. So it's like I got the game for free, but it still gives towards
They
their purchase.
have not been giving me surveys.
You haven't been getting. You got to go places. They're not going to give you a survey asking if you visit.
My job
here.
takes me like everywhere. Like it really does. I'm like all across New Orleans like every day. And they just
Hell, they should do that for me. I'm all across the Louisiana
that's what
every
I'm
day.
saying. They don't give me shit, man.
I get surveys and it's like 10 cents here, 10 cents
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
But it
that's
adds
cool.
up.
Yeah, no, that's why I thought it was really cool. And then they just no surveys. They just said, fuck this guy.
I remember I got a $1 survey once and I was so excited.
I got $1.
man.
Yeah, that was great.
Maybe that's when I should play the IQ come and drop.
There you go.
$1 survey.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I played the Sisters demo. It's like a scary game, and it's, I'd say kind of like an escape room almost, where you're in a room and you got to figure out how to move into the next room.
Okay.
Once I moved into the next room, I opened the door, a ghost floated at me. I heard a vase break. I turned around to look in the VR, and there was a ghost like right behind me.
Nice.
And then that was the end of the demo. So that's pretty cool. And I was like, I'm gonna go home and get one of these to scare my wife because she hates scary shit.
There you go.
The lady,
Stream it.
I don't know exactly what she did on the game, but she was there. She was talking to me. She was really nice, telling you all about the game and what they're doing with it. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna check this out. And I'm like, how many parts do y'all got? She's like, it's episodic, and we're on episode 2. We're about to release 3. I'm like, all right, I'll get the first one and check out. She's like, don't play the first one. she's like, the second one's much better, and we're gonna re-release the first one because we're gonna make it like the second one. We're gonna fix it up. I'm like, okay. So I did buy the second one. My wife took it off and threw it off in the middle of it.
Nice.
Nothing scary was happening. She's like, something scary is going to happen. I could tell. I'm like,
It's
just
yeah,
give me
just the
damn thing.
anticipation took over.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
And the only thing with the Daydream that I think like the Sony VR would have a benefit in my household is my wife could watch me on the screen. So she could see what I'm looking at. Where the Daydream, it's all on my phone and it's just me. So I'm kind of just wandering around the living room blind. My daughter keeps touching me like it's going to scare me. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. And the indie show, they had a lot of other games, but a lot of times it's basically a table. They had a little table, folding table, and they have a laptop or two, and there was always somebody there. So it's hard to check some of those out. But it's pretty cool.
Cool.
Okay, XSEED. I've been waiting for this interesting XSEED.
So the day before I played an XSEED game, and it was I can't tell you the name because it's something Japanese and it's rice and something. It's like rice and sword.
That's all.
And
I
it's
need
like
to know.
it was like a fighting game, and you was this chick, and you could swing with your scarf. And at the end of the level, I fought a big giant frog.
Hell
And
yeah!
It was a pretty cool game, and like the frog would come at me, I'd grab it with my scarf, swing behind it, start stabbing it, it'd turn around, I'd do the same thing. They had these killer bunnies, I was killing them.
Nice.
So then
Positive.
Dead bunnies.
one of the last games I played, it was on the booth, and it's like Segun Kara Peach Beach Splash. I'm like, okay. So it's a 5-on-5 arena shooter. Kind of like Overwatch, but it's chicks in bikinis with water guns.
Oh yeah!
And so you're basically a chick with a water gun, and y'all have played Gears of War?
Yeah.
You know how you play execution mode when you shoot somebody, they go down to a knee, and you gotta walk up to them and execute them.
Yeah.
Same exact thing with water guns.
Nice.
But the girl, you're shooting the girl, and she just falls on the ground, and then you walk up to her and you hit a button to enter a first person mode. And then she'll turn around. She's like, "Oh, I can't take it." And then it zooms in order, and it's first person. And you start shooting her with the water gun.
That's it.
And like titty physics
I
is
was
just
saying, you're supposed to
amazing.
just be shooting the boobies.
You're shooting the boobies, and if you shoot it long enough, they will pop off.
Yes. That's what I was hoping.
Of course,
to hear.
there's like she's got like the sun bursting out of her, but you can't see it because they got the light
yeah,
shining.
like the Sailor Moon style naked shit.
Right, I don't know because I don't do Sailor Moon. I would do Sailor Moon, but
I can't
don't
play
want-
the
so yeah,
company drop anymore.
it's like
I think I've used it up.
Too many times.
Too many times.
Too many times. You gotta find another drop.
I
sent my
use it up
wife-
for this whole show. Next episode, it's got to be something different.
You gotta just remove it from your phone.
I sent my wife I was taking a video of it with my phone, and you know how when you take a video and send it with a text message, it's the crappiest quality ever.
Yeah.
So I sent it, and the dude playing next to me, he was shooting her bottoms, so her bottoms popped off.
Oh my god.
It's all grainy, so my wife's like, "Is that a woman pissing?" I'm like, what is going on? So then I had to look up the trailer for the game and
like,
send
send
it
it
to
to
her.
her so she
Yeah,
can-
it's
yeah.
like, this is what I'm about to play. She's like, that's the weirdest shit I ever seen. But I'll give the game this. It had tight controls.
There you go.
The breast physics were
They were
on
pretty
good.
Good.
They moved around and jiggled. If you watch the trailer, apparently they have like these Mickey Mouse hands. And you could like
You can
move
slap
around the
them.
boob and you could smack. It was smacking the arms and the legs. I'm like, I didn't even play that in my demo. And then
Where were the hands in my demo?
when you watch the demo, it's the Japanese trailer. When you watch the trailer, it's like, peachy, beachy, splashy. I'm like, yes.
That's amazing.
So I showed a few people at work, and that's every time they see me, they're like, "You've been playing that peachy, beachy, splashy, haven't you?" It's like,
You damn right.
it's not out yet.
I'm
But,
waiting.
Oh man.
They all had water guns, like jetpacks on their backs. You get around pretty easy in the game. Like it's like if you took out the women and replaced it with some guns and stuff, it'd probably be a pretty good shooter. But with the women,
It just takes it over the top.
yes.
It's the horse next
It's the only way you
operation.
can improve on.
Yeah. Sounds right. That's
was-
a way to shake it up. Make a difference.
Shake up the boobies.
Whores was the most interesting thing, and Peachy Beachy Splash was definitely the weirdest game I played.
Well, I don't know if anybody else will have this E3 take. I guess we do.
As an outsider, you had to go to where the lines were short. I'm like,
That's it.
there's like one
It's
person playing. There's
unbelievable
two
to me
people playing.
that Peachy Beachy Splashy had a short line. I can't believe this.
That should have had a bigger than the Call of Duty line.
That's what I'm saying.
The controls weren't
The
as Call of
controls
Duty
sounded
tight,
like excellent though. Like,
but they were
you know,
great controls.
Call of
and
Duty doesn't have boobies though.
They don't have
Who
They have
wants to shoot
zombies.
War of 3 guys when you could shoot breast until they pop out? I mean,
There you go.
Come on, that's every man's dream.
Yep.
Well,
Oh, and then when I played the demo, like I've seen other people play, and it's like they're like, "Oh, you win 6-5 or something." So when I played it, it's like you win 7-3, and the guy's like, "Hey, you're good at this." I'm like, "It's made for me." Shooting boobs. I mean, come on.
it's me.
I was born for this.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and play 2 games with you, and we're gonna go ahead and shut this by. I'm not gonna do the real one. We've gone on for a
No,
good
this
bit.
has been a long one.
But this is gonna be a good one, and so we're gonna do the 2 games, and then we're gonna do an update on the weight loss challenge and shut it down.
Okay.
So, predictions was first. All right, and yeah, I'm not gonna do the long speech thing again.
I'm glad to see that go.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna probably change it up again. I just didn't get around to doing it. I'm gonna do something different with it. But so we know the future, and Patrick here has decided we're gonna predict Metroid Prime 4,
Yes.
right?
Is that what it's called? Is that the next one?
So
Sure, this is just like we're making the game title.
I'll
Okay,
kick
yeah,
off the
yeah.
predictions, and I'll say this game will not play as a shooter at all. Instead, this game will be an exploration of gender neutrality, or however you say it.
Neutrality.
There you go. Where you're going to go through Samus's understanding of either being a man or a woman, because apparently that was a problem with people thinking she was a man, and now she's actually a woman the whole time. But I think she's actually a man who just transferred back to a woman, and I think it's going to be all PC. And I'm predicting that we're going to get to explore what it means to be poly and bi.
So this is the Bruce Jenner game.
Yes,
Okay.
the Bruce Jenner game.
Totally.
There you go.
That is not at all what the next one's going to be.
I think that's it. That's my prediction.
That is not what it's going to be.
I think that's what it's going to be.
No. The next one is going to be the very first game, just exactly. But at the end, when she takes her helmet off, there's going to be 5 women are going to burst out, and
then
you're going to play Peachy Peachy Splash.
That's it.
That is going to be the next one.
That would be the ultimate unlockable in any game. Like if I beat any game and it unlocks Peachy Beachy Splashy, I'm like, the replay value has just soared up in this game.
Yeah, maybe Whores was actually the Metroid Prime 4. You were
It's
trying
all-
to find
it is all
the information and like, oh, this is actually Metroid Prime 4. I didn't know.
If the whores are out there listening, if you can hack any game and put Peach Beach Splash into it, it'd be amazing.
Prime 4. Yeah, you can take it on the go on your Switch. There you go.
It's
Never
going to
leaves your
erupt
side.
out of the suit. All
There you
5
go.
women.
All right, so I think Metroid Prime 4 is going to come with the Switch 2.0, which has a VR headgear. So when you play it, you look around like you're doing it, but there will be a massive recall because every time Samus goes into ball mode,
The little ball mode.
it will induce mass vomiting. And it'll just be like when they release Mario Party and people hurt their hands.
Yeah, with the fucking, yeah.
Yeah, on the 64, it's going to be like that. It's mass vomiting, people falling over in their living room, based 100% off ball
Figure out
mode.
the mechanics for this.
It's like in the original Metroid Prime, you go into the ball, it zooms out. This one just stays in first person.
That is exactly,
Nice.
I think that's exactly how
And
it's
that
gonna
will
go.
still end with Peachy Beachy Splashy.
There you
Right.
go.
Yeah.
Do it, horse.
There you go. Listen to our predictions.
That's what you guys
They
were
will come
actually
true.
hacking into the entire time. It was
Yeah,
just
we didn't know it.
You were hacking into Metro Prime 4.
Maria is some kind of acronym for Metroid. I don't know.
There you go. We'll figure it out. We're going to hack it. All right. So we can glide through that one into. I'm going to let you go ahead and start off.
We're doing, this is
You say big dick.
Big Dick.
I always get little dick.
Okay.
Little dick.
I was going to be no dick.
All right, go. It's fine.
I thought you was always no dick.
Nah, I think you're right. I think I'm just fine.
See?
I've never been big dick.
I was going to give you big dick, but I was like, it has to go to Patrick.
Guest
I guess.
appearance. All
There
right,
you go.
whatever. Man.
The guest should be Big Dick.
Yes.
All
There
right.
you go.
Makes us
There
feel
you
good for being here.
Yeah.
All
So
right. That's no dick.
we're going to do Mario and that cast of characters. So, Mario, I'm saying that he definitely has a big dick. but it is not long. It is very girthy. That
Where are you getting this? What are you drawing your conclusions from?
his pudgy,
What are you
fat
talking
self
about?
is just got a little pudgy, fat penis.
I'd say if he's going to think Mario has like a half a Coke can.
There you go.
That's what his dick looks like.
Have a cocaine.
Yeah, going with the orange is the new black here.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, well, you know, he's got his little wah yo-ho. He don't say too much. He just does his little sound effects, and he always tries to get after the peach. But he doesn't really seem that concerned about fucking her. So,
Well, I'm gonna say he's got a little dick
all right.
because
Explain yourself.
because Peach is always in another castle.
Ah, good point.
All right.
She's trying to get away. She wants the Bowser dick. Bowser's not capturing her. So Bowser has a big dick. That's right. And so she keeps running away from Mario. So it's not he's saving her. He's kidnapping Peach. And Peach is trying to stay in Bowser's castle.
It is the premise of there was a game that came. Do you know this game, Patrick? There's another game that came out a while back. What was it called? It's called The Bridge. No, what's it called? The Bridge. Anyway, it was a game where you could it was like a time controlling mechanic, and it's like a side scrolling platformer, just like Mario. And you're going to the castle, you're trying to save the princess. At the end of the game, you find out that she is running from you because she wants nothing to do with you. And you just keep chasing after this poor woman.
That's it. I might have to side with Timmy on this one. I think the whole game's in reverse. I think Mario does have the small dick. Bowser has the big dick. And it's really, she just wants that Bowser love. And that's where he got all the kids from. Mario doesn't have kids.
Mario ain't got no kids.
He got kids that popped out of an eggshell from Yoshi. So maybe that's what he's doing with his dick.
Wait a minute. He's got kids that popped out of it.
What was the
What hell are you
baby
talking
Mario with the Yoshi? What was that?
about? No, that was a stork.
Dropped off Mario.
Yeah, it dropped him.
So can we say maybe Mario has no dick?
I'm assuming he's got a dick.
But what about Luigi?
I think Luigi has a big dick.
He probably does, but he's just kind of like a doofus, right?
He's
You know,
just
like-
always in Mario's shadow, so Mario gets all the glory, and he's got the porn star dick, and nobody knows it because everybody wants to bang Mario because he's the hero.
Well, yeah, but he's still keeping Daisy around, right? So
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him and Daisy. I have no
I think
idea.
Daisy's just thrown in to have another female character in Smash Brothers.
All right. So I think we got through these fairly quickly, but we gave some substance to it. Is there anybody else in the Toad?
Toad, no dick. Absolutely no
Wait, why?
dick. He just doesn't. Like, absolutely no dick at all.
All right.
Like, if anything, Toad has an innie. Like, it's there, but it's an innie. Like when he's aroused, it's flat.
I don't know. See, Toad's always the one who's like, he seems to be in more control. Like, he knows what's going on. He's guiding you a lot of the times. I don't know if he's something like that.
So you're gonna say he's got a little bigger than little?
He's just an average.
He's just giving him average.
He's I don't know. He's in the middle. I don't have an opinion on.
If
the guy.
anything,
Like,
he's hiding the dick under his
He's
cap.
too much of a non-character. Like, he's not really that involved.
I think he has a big dick with Luigi, and they sword fight with it while Mario goes and gets the Peach.
All right, whatever.
I'm say that.
Sure.
All right.
Also, that's why Mario's using this new hat. He's like, I need to try other bodies.
He wants to see what it's
lure
like to have
Peach.
bigger dick.
Yeah, he's taking over other people to be like, Peach, look, it's
But it's me. But it's me though. But like,
it's got the mustache.
But like, I did this for you.
You like when the mustache tickles you?
Do you like this human?
Do you like this dinosaur? One step
Could the whole
closer.
game, could the Odyssey be the quest for the big dick?
Yes,
It's like
I
he's trying
think-
to find.
And he's possessing
biggest dick in the
everybody,
Mushroom
trying to
Kingdom.
find it so that he can. Because notice too that she's getting married to Bowser in this one, right? Doesn't he got all the tux on and
They
everything?
don't have
Well,
the
he's
touch.
like Pimp
That's
Bowser.
it. So it's his last dash to try and get Peach before game over.
He's got to show her. I'm packing too.
Or I can be packing temporarily.
Temporarily.
Right. It's
Like, I could be me, and then whenever you want to do this, I'll just possess that
You
guy.
just let me know. And I'm gonna throw my hat over there.
It's like, why you wasn't looking, I fed my dick a mushroom.
And you can go, that guy.
Just don't hit it too hard or it's going to shrink.
Pew, pew. All right, so we're going to do a weight loss challenge. So y'all gentlemen can talk for a second while I go get Eric and the scale. We're going to do an update. We're going to do an update,
Okay.
see what we're looking like. It's been close to a month, I think, since we did the last one? Because I think we did it when we cooked the food, and that should have been about a month ago.
I think
And
so.
so, Patrick, I don't know if you know too much of what's going on with this. One of our previous episodes a few weeks ago, we decided to do a weight loss challenge. So me and Eric are trying to lose as much weight as possible against each other, and the winner or the loser has to buy the winner a brand new video game.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
So
exciting.
now, Tim, Ryan,
So,
Tim's
Seth,
with-
am I buying you Peachy Peachy Splashy?
yes, yes,
So you can continue
You
your
can-
exercise
yes.
by just furiously jacking it.
yes. That's actually what
Sunshine boobies.
I think. So I think that's what it is.
That seems like a good strategy to
It,
lose weight.
it does. Y'all talk about strategy. You can explain a little more about the weight loss, about you and Ryan's role in it and all that. Let me go get Eric. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
So I'd love to know the skinny guy's role in the weight loss challenge.
I mean, it's just supposed to be like I'm on Seth's team, so I'm just supposed to like
And you
help
bet.
him, you know, and like
And that way, if he loses, you have to pitch in on the game.
if he loses, I have to pitch it on a game for Eric.
And that sounds like him saving himself $30.
Who? Eric?
Seth.
Oh.
If he loses,
Well, no,
you have to pitch in half.
I think I'm pretty sure the cost is split 3 ways. It'll be because honestly, on Seth's team, it's me and his wife, and on Eric's team, it's Ryan and Kevin. And so it would be, I don't know. I don't think we ever talked about like if Seth loses, if the cost is split 3 ways, or if it's split between me and his wife.
Well, if his wife is a teammate, then he's paying that money anyway.
I don't give a shit about that detail. I care about me paying 1/3 of it.
So while they're about to weigh in, I'm gonna go ahead and commentate it for you. Neither of these people are super serious because neither of them have stripped naked to to take off those extra pounds.
This
do that in the bathroom when I'm at home. I'm not gonna do this.
is
Like he still has his glasses on. Those have to weigh at least like an ounce.
yeah.
Like-
he still got his socks on. Last time we gave him trouble with the socks too. He refuses to take off the socks.
It's because he's got eagle talons for toenails.
I don't care what his toenails look like. And we are waiting for the
Wait for it to
the
stop.
weight to stop.
It's saying 367.
It keeps moving.
Yeah. It's the
13
socks.
pounds.
It
13
is-
pounds.
It is clearly dramatic weight loss before our eyes. It's the socks.
Now the scale with nothing on it is
Is still
saying 12 pounds.
saying that there's 12 pounds.
What's wrong with the scale?
This cold air under the table weighs about
It's-
12 pounds.
Yeah, it's the table breeze. Well, just weigh yourself and subtract it by 12.6. Looks like we broke the scale.
I already said it.
Seth is going to break it further in an attempt to fix it.
Punching batteries is apparently how you fix a scale.
That's how we fix scales around here. I wonder how Ben fixes scales. Maybe you can find out for us.
Mine says 259.9.
All right, Seth is at 259.9. I do not remember what his starting weight was.
272.
272. So,
No.
do the math.
I don't think the scale's reading right.
We do not think the scale is reading right. As long as Seth is still winning, I will agree with the scale.
Yeah, because
It's saying he's 372, and that's not right either. I know that ain't right. He lost 3 pounds in a month, and I know he's been doing stuff. That's not right.
We need you.
Let me see if I can get this.
We need you to punch the batteries again.
Yeah, try punching the batteries again. Try taking your socks off and then putting them back on. That might help it.
You think changing of the feet with the socks, like if you go from left to right, right to left, will that adjust the weight any?
It could have a dramatic difference, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the way they fit on that. You'll have loose where the toes are because it's used for the
Maybe
bigger
he's
toe.
got the socks on the wrong foot.
And that could be what's
That
confusing
would
the
be
scale and
terribly
adding,
confusing for that
adding
scale.
12 pounds to it out of
12
nowhere.
pounds.
I like to point out there's a really high-tech scale with lights, digital numbers, that weighs thin air at 12.7 ounces. 12 pounds, 7 ounces.
Yep.
The air weighs as much as a very fat newborn baby. The silence is golden.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's a scale from another planet. That's like the whole Superman argument of like why he's strong and super fast. It's because the gravity on the other planet was different from this planet.
So they're saying, was the gravity like so heavy?
So on the other planet, due to gravity, he had the physical capacity that you or I have.
Right.
And then when he came to Earth, the gravity was, I guess, less oppressive. And so he could run super fast and jump really high, and he was way stronger. So that scale is from Krypton.
Okay, there we go.
Or whatever planet is off by 12.6 pounds.
This is exciting. This is where the magic of editing comes in.
Oh, yeah.
And they can just cut it all out.
They can just silence all this.
But yes, the breast physics on Beachy Splash. Like,
I mean, are we talking like Dead or Alive here?
Dead or Alive. Like the latest Dead or Alive where they had it down. Like that's the first part they put into the game.
So
like,
they started with the boobs and then built the characters around the boobs.
I wonder sometimes, like, they put so much into these physics for these breasts. Like, if they took that effort and put it into other portions
Into
of the game,
actual game mechanics.
like, they could have a super duper game hit on their hands.
It's not worth it. They got the boobies and you got a game hit on your hands.
Like, what if you were the guy that your 100% responsibility at this developer was breast physics, and you went home every day?
I would be a happy man. I'd go home to my wife and be like, I gotta play with them. I have to. This is job
research.
security.
Research.
I need to research boobies, and I'm sorry, but I have to go next door and research her boobies as well.
You just randomly smack her and smack her breast, and they're not jiggling right.
You can fucking try me, fatso.
All right, so we got the weights down, I think. I am at 255. It said that numerous times. We stepped on it 3 times, set it down,
Did you
cleared
subtract
it.
12.6 from that?
No, we don't
together,
have
right?
to because it should
we
be clear.
determined that scale is from Krypton.
It's
I think you missed that conversation.
right.
Not only did he have his cape, he had that scale.
Yep. So my clothes probably adds an extra 15, 20 pounds. So, you know, I'm going to say that. So, yeah.
Oh, we also determined that, Eric, you're wearing your socks on the wrong feet. And that is why.
That's why the scale went haywire.
What was happening?
Eric, why would he have his feet like that? The right and left on the wrong
I
sides.
understand. Why is there so much space between the foot and the sock? 12.6.
So
That's
Eric,
what happened.
Eric is 367.
Starting from an original
378. So he lost about 11 pounds, and I was 272, and now I'm 255. So I lost 10, 15, 16, 17 pounds.
Okay.
So it's 11 to 70, so it's close. And we're looking to extend this to probably the end of July. All right.
Okay.
So it's still close as far as poundage lost. So it'll still be anybody's game, but I am leading by about 7 pounds.
That's what I like to hear. That's what
So,
my pocketbook likes to hear.
Eric needs to get out. Eric's lost a little bit because it's been raining and he ain't really been able to get his jog on and get some exercise going on. So I know we've been having some rainy times here, but it looks like you're going to have to get your coat and run in that rain, motherfucker, because that's just how it is.
If you,
Or, if you want advice from me, go grab some brownies.
There you go.
Shut up.
Kevin, would you like to weigh in on any of this? You can use Patrick's mic over here.
Only the first time we went to the park, I brought some 10-pound weights and I made him do the burnouts. He didn't want to exercise for like 2 days afterwards. He thought about them 10-pound weights, had his arms, his chest, his shoulders, everything hurting because of the exercises I made him do.
I am not underestimating 10-pound weights anymore.
Yeah, 10 pounds.
But that's good. Thanks, Kevin.
That'll do it.
And kick Ryan's ass right quick. Get him out there for you, too. Tim, you still need to go jogging with me sometime. Still doesn't happen.
You need to fucking say, like, hey, let's go for a jog.
y'all gone about it. Jogging is not fun. Like, jogging is like the worst thing on the planet to do. It's not fun.
Jogging is a great way to listen to podcasts. You can always listen to this one. This one's Who's Next Podcast. You can always download this one and you can subscribe. Please subscribe. And also Losing Lives. That's also a good podcast. And you can subscribe to that while you're jogging. Don't listen to Patrick at all. Please jog and do this. Thank you.
You can get a sweatshirt and sweatpants and cut a strategic hole in your sweatpants and do a fun activity that uses your whole body and causes you to sweat a lot.
Are you talking about sex?
Yes, and you can listen to a podcast while doing that also.
Because I already do that. So
With the sweatpants?
yes, with the sweatpants.
That's why you are skinny.
Yeah,
Sweatpants and the horse.
Sweatpants, the Hooers, and Peachy Peachy Splashy.
There you go.
That makes for great. We get sweatpants, put a little peachy peachy splashy, you're ready to go.
My wife is a very open individual.
There you go.
Sweatpants all day. I've done
It is glorious!
tried the trash bag option once. A little too much sweat.
There you go.
A little too much sweat.
I'm glad to know more about this. All right, I think that's about wrapped it up. We're about an hour and a half in. We're about an hour and a half in. Thanks for listening. Again, www.who'snextgaming.com. Our website, you can access our podcast. We have a couple articles up there, but they're old as shit. I need to update and write some more. I plan on doing so. The video is now up on the website. It's a link straight to YouTube, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you feel like it. If not, well, fuck it. Who cares? But you can still watch the video. It's up there as a link. We did Final Fantasy 15, the cup of noodles. It was ramen noodles. It's whatever. Enjoy it. And we have another one coming soon. Thanks, Eric. You just threw jambalaya all over the place. But you can check that out. This episode, after this one, we're doing Losing Lives, and we're doing the Turok movie, Turok, Son of Stone. So we'll be doing that movie, getting down into that with Losing Lives next week. So thank you. And thanks, Patrick, for joining us. Appreciate it. The E3 talk was pretty fantastic.
Towards the end. Towards the end.
Towards the end.
Towards the end.